With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Watch the pass. Man left, man left. Hey, four down.
We're going to 54.
Check 24.
A give to the game's all-time leader, Emmitt Smith. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So the first carry of the game under the belt for Emmitt Smith. And, of course, in his career, over 18,000 rushing yards, the all-time leader.
He could probably rest easy for a while about people chasing that number down. He's going to stay at the top because everyone's flinging it around instead of running it. We're going to need a real running back renaissance and an emphasis on the ground game to put that record in jeopardy. Is anyone even close right now?
Frank Gore about 6,000 away, and then AP 7,000 away still around there.
Wow, that's a lot of yards to make up. I think Emmitt Smith feels pretty good about the number he posted, 18,355 yards.
Forced out to his left, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Here's Hester. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 22.
Check.
They run the counter. Peyton. And running with power here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Now a give right side. Peyton. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
I'm coming, baby.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
Now a 5-time All-Pro. Here's Gale Sayers. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Get in the weight room. Check three, check three. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go. Hey, switch gears.
Here we go on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Run.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Mike 50.
Try to punch it in with Smith. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
There, right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And Forbath will put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Gale Sayers, 39 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And an alley to run.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special teams.
It's a party now. Kill.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it down.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. Peyton. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On first down, Peyton. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Peyton. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's by 4.
6 man.
On third down, Trubisky. That'll be caught. It's Hester. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. They'll run on first down. Peyton. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Walter Payton, 31 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens, the only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott now. He's got the connection to Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
You can't stop me.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Peyton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wide. Get one. General West. Check safety. Kill.
Now Sayers.
Kill.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run with Sayers, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Peyton. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Nice move.
Walter Payton, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Prescott off play action. Buying time to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. 23 yards, the final tally.
Single.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Leonard Floyd, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Prescott. He's got Smith here. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrell Owens there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And they'll run it here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Powers ahead at the 45. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Touchdown, Chicago! Gale Sayers with his second touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Steps away. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrell Owens, 53 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Forbath, the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run through an opening, and there he goes. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago.
Hey, that's the way to finish.
Walter Payton, 82 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pretty typical Emmitt Smith carry right there, Charles. Sets him up nicely for second down.
You would think we would know better having watched him through his entire career. But let's be honest, you thought that was going to be about a 2-yard run, didn't you? I mean, I did. I know I did. And he always turns it into more typical, and he keeps his offense on track.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Prescott now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Tracy Porter with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
On 2nd down now, Peyton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. Peyton. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give, right side. Peyton, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now a give, right side. Peyton. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Shift.
They'll try and run for it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Again, they'll run with Sayers. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.